Hello? Germ safe thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is it. While you were away, I changed the code to the library lock. Each time I visited, as I know some of Grandmother's valuable items are kept there. The new 3-letter code is for the door, is 3 initials of my name, to make it easy for you to remember. I hope... Wait, the 3 initials to my name? Okay. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Okay. For 3 initials. Ooh, married initials or actual family last name initials? Because we can look at that at the family tree here. So, it's Elizabeth Ann either Green or Hopgood. Well, with each that, let's go with E, A, it's in the game. We'll either go with G or H. So, out on that. At least we know where that's going to be. So, oh, I thought it was going to be numbers. No. E, A, H. Yep, it was H. Lovely. The study is locked. Of course it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughter. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. Oh, that's nice. I am keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it up upon you that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. After all, the female of the species is dutied to be the kitchen wenches. If the Botany Society has anything to say about it. Botanical allies. 4. Oh. Well, okay then. We've got the Nightfall, the Sapphire Gloom, Cradle Fern, I love a good fern, and a Brook Chalice. Actually take a smidge of a look here, though. Yeah, we got all of that. We're still missing something in Chapter 2, though. It says it actually says where you can find it in the kitchen. Let's go back there and do that right now, so it's fresh in my mind. We'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry, more flowers. Where is it? We found that. Mortar and pestle. Oh, did I not? Oh. Didn't actually look at this. So it says, monthly lecture open at the Society here in Dartmoor, given our resident national press will present how the moor once covered a majestic forest and woods, how early settlers came to the area, cleared most of the trees for pastures, using fire as the method of choice. Ah, promises to be fascinating. That's why Dartmoor is there. is because they were talking about the fires, and the ash plume grew from said fires. Okay. Well, not the specific. No, it was those specific. Anyway, now at least we don't have to worry about that being clogging up the information stuff that we're now going to get. So let me actually flip our book back here. We still have the entire formal garden to look at. Oh my god, that's going to be fucking impressive. First floor, I can safely say we're probably done with the first floor. Now we're on to the second floor. Study, corridor, master bedroom, bathroom, bell tower. Ooh, we have a bell tower. Library, bell tower, and an attic. This should be good. Oh. This is dream library potential. Or dream library just... Look at this. It's got rows of books, or at least shelves for books, and one of my favorite things to have in any large room is railings. I just love a staircase and some railings that you can just look over and be like, that's the bottom room. Ah, this place is pretty. Oh, honestly, the house just in itself in this game, beautifully done. The developers definitely made a great setting, let alone fill it with so much detail and the flowers and everything. This is good. All right, The Fox and the Crow. Oh god, is this a Canterbury Tale? It's an Aesop fable. It's a fucking Canterbury Tale. In junior year of high school, we were supposed to read the Canterbury Tales. I obviously didn't, because I didn't do homework back in the day. Do your homework, kids. Failed both semesters of junior year. Not just because the teacher was actually quite difficult, though I really did like his class. The one thing I will say about his class, and the Canterbury Tales specifically, is he wasn't hand-holdy, which is fine. As a teacher, that's actually kind of good. But if he actually told us that the Aesop fables were like this stuff, I might have been a little bit more interested. Instead, I was like, oh, I have to read something. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Not his fault, mind you. Again, loved his class. Failed, like I said, failed both his semesters, but I loved the class entirely. No excuses, though. One evening, Fox listed... going back to this, if I did read the Aesop Fables, I would know this one already by just reading the title. So, even if you don't think you need to do your homework because you don't want to do it for class, you'll maybe have to do a puzzle game later in life, and then need that information. So, joke's on me, I guess. Here I am. Now, what? However many years later, finally reading an Aesop fable. It gets you. No matter what, it gets you. So, The Fox and the Crow. This was also probably on a test I had to answer. Yeah, thank you. Yes, do your homework for video games. See, there's the comedy. There's the occasional comedy you were looking for. Enjoy. Okay. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw a crow sitting on a tree branch holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. Do crows eat cheese? So, I guess they would eat anything. Bunch of stuff in school, didn't care. It's only later learned to love school. Yeah, no, school takes the fun out of actual learning, unless you're actually interested in the said subject. I mean, like I said earlier, stuff about botany earlier. You probably weren't here. I actually loved biology class. That was a class that I actually did very well in. Peek behind the curtain of me during school. Not a great time period for me. Suicidal depression, all that jazz. You know, I got over it. I'm better now. That was many, many years ago, so we're fine. I can joke about it now. But some of the classes that I did actually like, even though I didn't do the homework, I retained a lot of the class's information because I was actually paying attention and not sleeping. So I actually, while I didn't do the homework, I did terrific on tests. So I kind of balanced myself out just a little bit so that I was able to graduate. Do not recommend doing that. There were a couple classes that did not work for it. But like biology, I think certain English classes, not the one I was talking about for junior year, math, did terrific in math. But yeah, I was able to at least get C's, if not B's, in my classes. Skating by maybe with a few D's. Ayo. But because I did just really good on tests and projects. I did do projects. Just I didn't do homework. There is a difference. And especially if I was buddied with someone, then it was like, okay, well, I actually do have to help and stuff. So I did do stuff. But anyway, back to the Fox and the Crow. The crow was eating a piece of cheese, and the fox was like, hey, can I have some of that cheese? Oh, no, it came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was surprised, suspicious of the fox, and kept her beak tightly closed in the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds with a big, strong beak. Oh, what a song that beak must make. It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattery will get you everywhere. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicions and also her dinner. She opened her beak wide and the loudest, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. Honestly, smart fox, cunning enough. Compliments get you anywhere. So I'm assuming that's what this is here. What do we got? No. Alright, we need an order of operations here. Oh no. I see a crow here. I know turtle in the hair, tortoise in the hair. Am I actually gonna have to read multiple Aesop's fables? I was joking about the one. Are there gonna be... Oh. Game. See? It haunts me even to this day. Do your homework, kids, or else you'll have to face your problems. You stumble upon the hardest puzzle in the game. Oh, okay. Well then... Crack the knuckles. Let's get it on. Get it on. Wonders of the starry sky. Oh, wait a minute. There are multiple books scattered over the mansion. And they all have something on them. I was assuming that there was going to be a place that they would go. Maybe it's upstairs. But my assumption at the moment... Oh, I'm definitely going to need the pencil and paper for this one. We've got symbols on the books. And we've got symbols that may correspond to them. I don't remember how many books we've run across yet, though. So, I have a theory on how that's going to be solved. Ooh, look at that. Lovely paintings. But we will see in the future. We will see if that's necessary. God damn it. I'm going to have to after all these years, I'm actually going to have to read Aesop fables. The past catches up with us all. New Year's Ball. To be given at Somerset... No, that's not even attempted British. Somerset Hall, 4th of January. 6 o'clock. Good music in attendance. Scribbled, cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. Oh, you bitch. Alright, fuck it. The golden fish, one bright morning, a poor fisherman... Oh, I know this one. This is basically the fish giving you a wish or something. Caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, please let me live. I'm not a fish, but a prince, enhanced by a wicked spell. So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for for its freedom, a cottage instead of the hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore, and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace, a servant. All the while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. Oh, it's a different version. I guess the version of that one I heard was the Disneyfied version of everything was nice and happy. Because, yeah, if you, Rising Sun. See, I'm figuring it out. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you, know the original. Tortoise and the Hare. That one, I mean, everyone knows that one. Although I didn't know it was an Aesop fable. Tortoise and the Hare took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. Tortoise accepted. God, if these were actually this short, why the hell didn't I read these in junior year? A course was decided and the race begun. The hare immediately leapt straight. Leapt out of sight, but they laid down to take a nap. Tortoise would never catch up. Thinking, again, slow and steady wins the race. That one everyone knows. Yeah, the fish I actually did recognize. It was no, it wasn't. It wasn't a matter of principle. I can't argue. I can't say that. Like I said, it was the depression. It was a lot of depression. I see a sun and I see a moon, and we see the other three things here. Also, I'm not seeing flower stuff just yet. Let's go with particular funny allies here. Botanical allies. They count as clues. I'm missing some things. How are they actually clues, though? That's the question. Alright, and then method of teaching. And yeah, we can't go into the study. So we are stuck in the library for the moment. Until we actually figure this out. Oh, wait a minute. One evening. One bright morning, and at midday. Okay, so that's not it. I thought there'd be stuff there. Rising sun. Oh, wait a minute. Sun going. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. midday. And then this was afternoon, if I'm not correct. No, that was one bright morning. So sun, fish, rabbit, and bird. Sun, fish, rabbit, bird, moon. Do a little cross chop. Suck it! Suck it! And we got our flower. Yoink. What did we get here? We've got the Nightfall. Vaguely recall my grandmother studying this. Ooh, and it didn't even... Oh yeah, I can totally see people getting truly stuck on that. That one didn't give you a lot to go on. But yay, I'm smart. Let's see. Sunset in May. Sunset in blue. Sunset in June. Okay. So we've got sunsets here. London record. For the week ending the 19th of May, 1829. Price for 1 penny. Oh, it's a shilling. Actually, a shilling and a penny is not the same thing. Lindley appointed chair of botany at University College of London after an esteemed early career as assistant secretary to the work please, Horticultural Society and admission and one of the youngest ever fellows of the Linnean Society, John Lindley, plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of this science. I mean, growing vegetables in, growing stuff in England, especially Scotland. Ooh! Botany would have been great with the potato famine. And to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of man. Lindley also challenged the Linnean classification system and progress many changes. So, new person came in and was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's let some ladies join in. Maybe. Got another thing. Okay. We've got so many sunsets here, and I'm assuming we're gonna need particular color collection. Yes, men only have serious thoughts. We like to tend to flowers. Alright, Nightfall progress. Here we go. It's been, I've been trying to encourage the Nightfall bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far, I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset, and only during a particular time of year. Okay. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Task for the month: monitor Nightfall seedlings, rose planting list, collect field samples, seed collection. Alright, well there's our first clue here. This, and then of course the sunset painting. So, if we can determine the specific time of year, we can then pick what painting to choose, and then we can actually get this to go. Though I don't know where it would go. Probably in the painting room, I would think. But, here we go. We got the study key. So now we can actually move on to the next room and maybe get some more information. Here we go. Hey! And we got ourselves the Sapphire Gloom. Hey, mushrooms! Yes! Mushrooms. I love growing mushrooms. Hello? We have birds' eggs. Tree diseases, red tree pox, hypoxylon, root parasite. Well, we know that. That's what is happening to the tree at the foyer. At least I think it's a foyer. So root parasite is a fungal, or is a fungus that forms purple rings in the bark and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree receives from the soil. Eventually, it causes the tree to dry out and lose all of its leaves. Currently, no known cures. I have a feeling it has to do with the mushroom that we're going to be growing. I have some more books from the department that may be of interest to you. Your research, one, I recall, was a favorite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary, not the security. Night shift will get the trudgeons out. You are collecting materials for your uncle. So long as they are returned before the summer ends, the other professors won't notice. Bets of luck. Ooh, mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi aren't always have access to nutrients, to soil, and then da-da-da-da-da. That means that they become carnivorous. Oh, yeah. Those are the fun mushrooms. Don't eat those. Because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms, such as flies, bugs, and plants. Really? A mushroom does? Oh, yeah, cordyceps. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on other types of fungi or parasites. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Not always the case. Mushroom book, tree disease. I have a feeling I know where that's going to go. Meadow of orchids. Now, we've got eggs. We'll probably need to reference this later for a different flower. Anything back here? No, but we have again, a lovely view. So, we definitely can do the mushroom now. We'll need some time for... There. A little bit of water. We'll need some time for the night bloom. But... look at the little mushrooms. Aren't you cute? There you go. Eat up. Nom, 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 nom. And it makes the tree grow healthy again. That's honestly really cool. Isn't it? I think it's cool. Sapphire Gloom. Is a wildly misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees. As opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. It's a symbiotic relationship. Honestly, that's very beautiful. To the flower room, which technically you're not a flower, you're a fungus. I'll put you right here. Oh, that looks lovely. Yeah, I wouldn't put it next to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put you... here. Because I can see you better there. And you know what? I'm going to move you here, too. Because, yeah, look at that. Look at all the color. It's a little gloomy over here, and I don't want to put the blue with the blue. So, yay! Alright, with that, we've now gained access to that room, which is now the only other place we can go because the study and the library are not going to get us any new information currently. You're welcome. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got Trapped Fairy. I just want to look at that a little bit closer. It's a very nice looking painting. We've got the attic. Ooh, here we go. Dearest Arabella, I was taking a walk along the river in Somerset, recently and noticed a sight that I just had to write you about. It was in the water. I saw a Brook Chalice blooming. I've never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mentioned it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what could have caused this? A Brook Chalice, you say? Bird's eggs, fairy painting, letter about weeds. So Brook Chalice is going to assume needs water to grow. Also, trapped fairy painting might be a hint of the night bloom. Or something else. Ooh, Cradle Fern. Oh, Cradle Fern makes natural nests for certain birds. So if fern painting, if I can figure out what those birds... Bird eggs, there we go. If I can figure out what eggs it needs, it'll grow. Oh, we've got a lovely collection here. So yeah, we don't have the night thing. We don't also have other flowers yet. Is this just its own? Yeah, okay. We'll come back to that area over in a later. What do we got here? We've got the Cradle Fern. Petition, House of Commons. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near the Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to the decline and even extinction of some bird species. No longer can we hear their beautiful chime-like calls. We call upon government to regulate hunting near the river of Somerset. We ask that you respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, please sign below to return the letter to us. No expense attends signing. Okay. Petition. So, chime-like bird call. Ooh, trapped fairy. A folklore tale. At least this one's not Aesop. Once upon a time, there was a fairy. And she was a fairy. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of time, and the day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of the night, Greek mythology. Actually, that's old Greek mythology. Go into the Hades gameplay there. Noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. Nyx took offense and decided to punish the little fairy. She placed the fairy in a nightfall and cast a spell on her. The little fairy fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky at night. Later, when the sun came up, the spell broke. Just as the fairy woke up from her enchantment, the nightfall bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. So we go and add this to the collection of clues. Fairy story and painting. That's not. Oops, wrong buttons. That's not the letter. There we go. Painting! Aww. Little cat. That's a clue, isn't it? No. It is not. Good. We don't have to plant a flower in the grave of our pet cat. Dearest friend, it seems our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure it is worth pursuing scientific studies in such places. On my recent visit to Brinsby, the young man showed us around, had barely a basic knowledge of plants. Ugh, the charlatan. And due to there being a large group of gentlemen in the party, all useful time was iridation, as devoted to them and not given to Constance and I. Please give some attention to the ladies, please. Let us plan another trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their natural home habitats where they belong. Ooh, look at the steamer trunk. Beautiful. Alright, what do we got here? Tincture of red clover. Chamomile red clover seems to soothe hot flashes. And essence of arnica flower. Yeah, it wouldn't be an S sounding. It's arnica flower. For sprains, strains, and joint pains. The cure-all. Ooh, the bathroom. Ah! This is where water is going to be needed. We need a specific temperature. The number 30 bath geyser. Making inappropriate jokes, I'm not going to go in there. Provides a rapid flow of hot water. Simply turn the tap and instantly hot water will appear. Can be used multiple times in a row without any extra costs. Ibsen and Sons. Okay. Well, that's going to be for you. The bath geyser. I'm missing pipes. Ooh, we've got pipe puzzles. Can I put it on the floor? No. Put it here, though. Ooh, we've got a few. Alright. Okay, installation of pipes. Here's a quote to fix the pipes of the geyser in your bathroom. Costs might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job, best left to professionals. Have a nice day. Well, fuck you. I can do piping. Let's see here. So this will have to go, nope, here. And one will have to go here. Yeah, complex. Go here. We're missing one. Yoink. I mean, we don't have any sealant, so there will be leaks, but it'll work. For now, it'll work. So now that we've got that, we need to figure out the proper temperature, and we gotta find the seed. Because we don't have that yet. But we know where we're going to grow the flower. So onward and upward into the possible attic area. Dear Lady Arabella, I wanted to thank you once again for your invaluable contributions during our recent meadow orchid research expedition. Your keen observation and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the field is an inspiration to us all. I look forward to further collaborations and the continued exploration of the botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you at the Botanical Society. Warmest regards, Professor Montague. Hey, we got one. We got one reference. That's nice. What do we get? We got the attic key. Good. Health and safety warning. It's been brought to our attention that the factory of Barton Iron Works has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. I see. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming, but good for growing a specific type of plant. Do not swim in the following rivers: River Cam, River Summer, River Chew. The River Frome was also affected by the waste, though oddly the river is completely clean of rust pollution, hence because the flower ate it all. We are still researching what led to the effect. Government notice. It eats rust. River Trust. Swimming this season. We want to make sure you can all enjoy swimming this summer, so we've cleaned the most popular rivers for Somerset, of all aquatic weeds. Oh no, don't do that. The River Cam, the River Chew, the River Summer have all been cleared of weeds thanks to the service of the Weed Removal Code. Thank you for your continued support. I'm going to say that if it's a clue as well. River Trust. Got that as well. Okay, so we need to figure out a way to add rust. Oh, God. Oh, dear Lord. Need to... Okay. I have to remember where the river she saw it at was, because then we can correlate this with the temperatures we need, along with getting some rust. So let's see here. I was writing to share with you an exciting discovery I made at my botanical studies. It turns out that some plants are particularly sensitive to sound and seems to thrive when exposed to music or melodies from the natural environment. I hope to share more of my findings with you in the near future, and would be delighted if you can join me in my research. Okay, that's going to be for a plant that we don't have yet. Okay, so let's get some notes going before we go upstairs here, because the note we have, where is... would be here. River in Somerset, recently noticed site. Okay, so in Somerset, doesn't say anything about what the name of the river is. And yeah, just rivers of Somerset. I'm gonna, if we then go and, stupid post. Damn you, structural integrity! Alright, so River Cam, Chew, and Summer have been cleaned for the weeds. And over here, Cam, Summer, and Chew are polluted. Frome is still fine, though. And if we go to Frome, length 27 miles, 25 degrees Celsius. So if we then go here, what do we got? What do we got? So we need to turn that right down. 25 degrees Celsius. So we also need some rust. Maybe this would consider it rusty? Maybe not. We're going to need something to put in with the bath. Do we even have the... We don't even have the seeds for it. We can go to the attic later because we have the key for it. And this is where we're going to do the sounding. The sounding of... Oh! No, it's the bird call. The chimes of the bird. Okay. Birds, eggs. Letter about melodies. And bird calls. So I need a... Okay. So we know what the bird is. Do we have the seed? We do have the seed. We can do this. We can do this right now. So, okay. Soil. Fern. Plant that. Look at those little sprouts. Fiddleheads, yummy. Alright, you go here. I need to do a little bit of looky-looing here. So we've got a blue egg with teardrop / water droplet design. So that means not only are we looking for that specific egg, but apparently those birds have killed many people in prison. I thought that was a teardrop. Alright, where was the bird thing? It was on the other side over here, wasn't it? Okay. So, there it is. The crested owl. Who did the murder? I'll never tell. Sometimes my jokes are just too stupid. So... the crested owl. Me. Duck, shelduck, pintail. Owl. So let me write this down here. We are looking for an C, D, E, G, F. That's correct. Beautiful. Okay, so let me just put this in front of my face so I can read this properly. So we want E, C, D, E, G, that's a cool looking fern. Lovely. Used by the crescent owl as nests, and in turn, the plant has grown dependent on the owl's chime-like call to grow. Somehow. Look, we're not questioning the actual validity of these plants and how they exist. But well, I know that some plants actually, I wouldn't say grow better, but there are studies about how if you play classical music to plants, they actually are a little bit more vibrant. Don't know the validity of all that, but put that right there. Right there? Right there? Nah, we'll put it right here. Actually, a little bit closer there, because then the height won't, it won't be blocked by the others coming up later. Okay. So that was that fern. That was that. We need the moon one, the Nightfall, but we still are missing clues for it. Oops. We do have the river poster, and we're missing another thing, but we have the general consensus. We just need to find the seed. So onward and upward to the attic. We've got moths. Love a good moth. We'll figure out that one's going to be done for something. Ooh, moth spotting calendar. Apparently no moths like to live in March. Okay. We'll get back to that. Flower growing companion. Trapped moth. Sometimes a moth can become trapped inside a flower bud if it closes. Oh, if it closes in the morning, the moth is then forced to use the bud as a resting place until it opens again later. Some flowers only bloom short periods during the year, so if the moth is unlucky, the flower bud won't open again until many months later, and eventually kill said moth. So that's the Brook Chalice. Nope, never mind that. Reset that clue. Thank you. So it was the night orchid here. So this uses the moth calendar, moth poster, and trapped moths because it's not a fairy, it's a moth. So the moth itself has like a black and white spotty thing with some red and black spotted wings. So we need a garden tiger moth. If we can find one of those. Pig. That's some pig. Sight of plants. Some scientists have theorized that plants have photoreceptors in the leaves and stems, which allow them to see the color of light. This means that flowers can tell the time of day and know when to open or close their buds. The exact time that flowers bloom is different for each flower, but most do appear to respond to light and the color of light in some way. Horticulturists, botanists, have made use of this knowledge to trick different flowers into blooming at any time they want. Side of plants. Okay, so we should have the information of when this grows. However, here we are. That's what we need. Okay, so we need to figure out the correct color organization there. My dearest niece, I fear the window may be closing for you to find a suitable husband. Fuck that. I'm an independent woman. I have arranged a dinner for you to meet my neighbor's son, Edward. He is successful in business in London. Your cousin William and Thomas may well aspire to become accomplished scientists, but for you, Arabella, it is better to make yourself useful in the small duties of life, for which you will be loved and appreciated. Fuck that. Your studious nature will no doubt be valuable should you have a son, but it would be foolish to allow such a folly to come before the important things in life. I am confident that this is what your parents would have wanted. I doubt that. Dinner will be at 5 o'clock Sunday. Remember to wear a becoming dress. So something with a bust. Got it. It's a mallard. Beautiful stained glass window there. Let's see, what do we got? Botanist Digest. This month, in conversation with Professor Montague, leading expert in British meadow orchids. In his words, every plant, every leaf, every meadow holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. The aim is simply to uncover some of their mysteries. Professor John Montague, renowned botanist, sheds light on the groundbreaking work in the world of meadow orchids and other botanist wonders, which decades of research and numerous publications to his name. Montague contributed to the field has been nothing sort of revolutionary, including discoveries of new species, such as the whatever thing, and the old marsh, and the hood marsh orchid. You fucker took my stuff. Alright, Brook Chalice. We got that one. We still are missing some stuff for that, but you took my research. Alright, and also there's a pig. This goes somewhere. Rusty Pig! That answers my question. Looking upstairs. There we go. So we've got almost everything set up. We've got the Rusty Pig. Actually, I can set up this plant right now. We'll find a clue later. So you go there, put the soil in. It was the Brook Chalice. Yes, yes it was. Dump that in, give it just a little bit of water. Come here now, little one. We're gonna give you a nice little bath. Drink up. Ooh. That's pretty. Oh, that's really nice. Can I... Oh, I can't grab you. Oh, wait, no, that's because it's not done yet. There we go. The Brook Chalice drinks rust. That's cool. Alright, what was... We don't have any other clue here. That's mine now. I might have missed something upstairs. Oh, wait, no, I can look. There we go. We're missing master bedroom clue. It's none of those. Oh, wait, no, I have to put this down before... Yeah, here, let's go put this down first. Put that back there. we are in the master bedroom, right? Yeah, this is... I mean, obviously, it looks like a master bedroom. Not for the cat. And we got the trapped fairy. Oh, there we go. Aquatic weed removal. Do you have a pond? Do you want to swim in it? Get appointment today. Weed removal. Lovely. Okay, so that, and that. Now we just need to figure out the specific time of day, or specific time of night, that flower opens. Maybe it has something to do with the colors of the moth? We'll have to look at that. Alright, I want to put you right here. Do I want to put you right there? Do I want to put you right there? You're right there! Yeah, you two look nice together. Okay. Soil. Nightfall. Boop. Water. We'll grab you, and we'll put you not down there. Gonna bring you all the way back up to the attic. There we are. And we gotta figure out the colors. And the colors are down, oops, excuse me, pardon me, coming through, down here in the library. In the secret painting room, for some reason it being secret. Task for the month, Nightfall seedlings. So, is it between 30 and 31? None of them have the right color. The moth calendar. Hold up. Okay. When is that specific moth? Where is it? I think it was... Nope, it was in the attic hallway here. The specific month, so that's why the moth was useful. We want the tiger moth. So... Humming hawk, no. We don't see... 6... It's only going to be... I'm going to assume it's only in one place here. Tiger moth in September. So we are now looking for a September sunset. Have me run all over this place, get my steps in. Okay, let's see. May, July, that's October, April, June, September. So we're going light blue to yellow to light orange, but there's something in between that. Oh, here it is. Just blue, yellow, orange, red. It's just labeled for me. That'll help. Blue, orange, yellow. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Blue, yellow, orange, red. We got blue. Yellow, orange, red. Place it down. Will moth pop out? That'd be weird. Nightfall. Something about the dayfall. Rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators active in September, such as the garden tiger, often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. Very nice. Oh, and we got a new delivery. However, well, I'll check that in a sec. Let me put this down. How many more flowers do we have here? Because... put it in the sunlight. Kill it with sun! Oh, yeah, that looks nice right there. Little angle of that. Oh, okay, so we have 2 more flowers to do. 2 more flowers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a spot here. Which actually is where I'm going to put that. That looks nice. Actually. No, the angle's weird. I like the angle on you. You can go here. And you're right next to the stuff. You can go there, because that's the more highlighting of you. Yes. Okay, so we are missing 3. Climbing up. You know what? Fuck it. I was gonna say, we have 3, maybe we'll do that next time, but it's probably not gonna take too long. At least another hour or so. Let's keep going. We might actually finish this game by the end of the stream.